We've got, looking outside right now, we've got some of the clouds kind of building over the mountains. I just went and had a peek, and it feels a little humid as well, if you didn't notice that. It's this time of the year. It's the monsoon season, so it feels a little on the sticky side. We get the clouds that are building over the mountains. If you want to escape a little bit of the heat, of course, do your hiking. And again, early, but we're looking at Devil's Castle outside of Alta. Just beautiful pictures. And I've had some friends posting photos, and the wildflowers are out as well. So, shh. Don't tell anybody, because I haven't been up there yet either to have a look. 87 degrees is our current temperature in Salt Lake. We're at 83 in Price, 69 though in Bryce Canyon. That means those thunderstorms have started to roll through the central part of the state. Probable conditions for sure for flash flooding. Many of the parks right now, Bryce Canyon and Capitol Reef, you got storms right in the area. And tomorrow, pretty much the same areas actually looking to see some flash flooding. So, as Max and I were talking about, stay out of those slot canyons, and even when you're doing some camping, you want to be on the higher ground as well. So things starting to get a little bit active once again. We look at this picture, a lot of the storms trying to develop right along the spine of the mountains, and then they start to roll off. So let's go through this. You can kind of pick out your city. Enterprise. Look at there, some thunderstorms just outside Enterprise. Cedar City, a few sprinkles, but the activity is off through the mountains. Just outside of Panguitch, up 89, we've got some thunderstorms, and also Bryce Canyon, just missing some of those storms that moved overhead, although Red Canyon probably got hit. Boulder Mountain, up through Capitol Reef. These areas also looking at some of those thunderstorms, and even further east, the LaSalle Mountains, and now a pretty good storm now. I would say it looks close to where the Needles District is. One of my favorite places to hike if you've never been down there, but those storms are pumping in through the area. So this has been overall a fairly active pattern. It's going to stay that way, but I wanted to show you what's going on here. Seattle, Portland, 60s, San Fran, of course, this time of the year, oftentimes we get that onshore flow that's cool, but there's been an area of low pressure that's been sitting right across the northwest. And what happens, it's trying to push the high out, doesn't happen, and we stay hot. That will be the case into the weekend. In fact, we're going to get more storms in southern Utah over the weekend. But as we head into next week, we're going to start to see that low not pushing into us. It's too early in the year. But it's going to move across southern Canada. It's going to move the high in through the Plains states. That means our temperatures might just come down just a tiny, tiny bit. So we'll have to wait and see, but an indication that the pattern is trying to change. Temperatures will be in the mid-90s today in Salt Lake, right about 100 in St. George, and then overnight we start to see those temperatures still not much cooling, staying in the mid-70s. In southern Utah, here's what we're looking at. We're looking at thunderstorms the next several days. Into the weekend, an area of low pressure moves right over northern Arizona. That actually is going to make it pretty active in southern Utah. And in northern Utah, isolated storms today. I don't like this kind of forecast because it looks like, okay, let's just throw a thunderstorm in there and call it good every single day. But I think as we head into the weekend, it gets just a little bit more active, but hard to pinpoint. I know a lot of people want to know, is it going to rain right over us? And that's almost impossible to say when you got the moisture sitting statewide.